Hey guys, Orla here from your Women's Gear Review channel, and today we are reviewing the travel backpack Lite 40L from Tortuga. In this review, we will have sectioned it off into a summary, features, fit check, comfortability, see how it feels on the female body. We'll do a wee airline test, water test, pack up the bag as well, and then run through some pros and cons. And of course, if there is anything that we have missed that you would like to know about this backpack, then just pop us a comment below and we'll be sure to get back to you. Okay, let's get cracking on with the summary. So this is priced at $250 US, and the materials are made out with 630D Cordura nylon. Dimensions are 55 by 35 by 20 in centimeters, a volume of 40 and a weight of 1.59 kg. It does only come in one color. That is the black. Now, I have reviewed their travel backpack 40L Pro, which is slightly different in terms of the material. I believe the Pro at the time, I don't know if it's changed because it was about 2 years ago. It was like a shell cloth, something cloth. I remember reading about that and it being something to do with sailing and sailor and something to do with the sail in the sea or something. But anyways, it's different now. Cordura is fantastic, so you know you're getting that absolute great durability, and it has amazing hardware like YKK zippers. It does hold a lot of flexibility. It does sit up by itself. It's really nicely well structured. I have to say, I feel like this is definitely more of a look when it is on in comparison to the Pro. The Pro is absolutely fantastic. I just think more flatter in this. Other than that, the kind of style of it is great for travel purposes. I feel like Tortuga do a really good job in not overdoing it in terms of like their branding, make it over flashy. So it just means that for those anti-theft purposes, they've definitely done a really good job. So Tortuga do offer worldwide warranty. They offer 30-day returns. They do currently only ship to the US, Hawaii and Alaska. Hopefully international shipping soon. Okay, let's get cracking on with the features. So for the branding, they do have some here on the front, which is quite subtle, and then they have it embedded into some of the hardware as well, which is a really nice touch. I think like for their branding, it's not too in your face. I always feel like sometimes brands can overdo it and it'll be like, I don't want to say a specific brand, but then it's kind of a bit more attractive. And I don't mean attractive as in like this isn't attractive, but a bit more attractive to a thief's eye. So they've kept it quite simple, to the point, but beautiful. Now I have just reviewed the expandable as well, so you can go and check out that review. Completely kind of like a different vibe. Like obviously they've got similar styles and materials and things, but one thing that is noticeable is that there is no compression straps. I have reviewed their travel backpack 40L Pro as well. Now that is one of my favorite backpacks for longer travels. It's something that is so comfortable and just really, really durable. So I've really enjoyed having that backpack, so I'm super excited about this one as well. I do miss the compression straps first off, just because I love hanging my headphones on the outside as well, so that's something I definitely miss. But nonetheless, there is some great features that we can get into. Now I'm going to start with the water bottle compartment here. Now saying that because of the compression straps, if you did have a tripod, then you could kind of feed it through that and it would have been like stuck into position. We are going to pack this up so you can see what water bottle you can get into it. This is a lovely stretchy mesh, really durable. It doesn't feel like it's going to rip or tear. So you do have this side pocket here, so it's just easy to swing the bag around, grab what you need and be on your way. The thing to note is that the zips on this backpack aren't coated. That's something that I prefer. However, they have gone ahead and implemented lockable zips, so we will let them away with that. You've got a flap here over this, so it's quite discreet and hidden. This pocket has a bright interior, which I absolutely adore. The pocket runs till here, so you've only got like this size of the pocket. It doesn't run right up to the top and right down to the bottom. It's just within this space here. And that is lovely just for things that you need quicker access to, but also quite discreet as well. So you could feel safe in placing your passport in there. Just be aware when it does kind of bulk out, it kind of forms to that shape. So that is something to be aware of if you didn't want it to be obvious that your passport is in there. Moving on to this top pocket. Go inside, you do have a key lash. I do prefer a metal kind of key lash, but this does the job as well. It's sewing in, so you can easily just chuck it in there. Plenty of space, easy clean material. We will be packing this up. Then what you have is pretty simple and to the point with this bag. I really love Tortuga in that sense that they just don't overdo it, but they have the practicality and the durability with their materials. So opening this up, much like their 40L Pro, you do have one side that has the mesh organization. I believe the 40 Pro has just one big pocket rather than the kind of two that they've implemented here. Then this is all the space for you to work with, play with. I recommend using packing cubes, using their packing cubes. You probably will get more out of the space, but enough flexibility for that. Then on this side, you've got one pocket. Lovely mesh here, really durable. And then you've got another one, a top one, and that does run up there as well. So that just gives you a little bit of organization, but not too much that you're like, ugh, it's taking up too much of the space. Sometimes you'll find like pockets here, pockets on the bottom. I just don't think it works. Sometimes a wee pocket here works for like toothbrushes and toothpaste and whatever. But other than that, I really, really love this kind of design that they've got. Simple and to the point. Closing that up, you do have your back compartment here, which again with the lockable zips, absolutely love. This curves around, and this is where your laptop compartment is. Now this is like a fleeced lined material, so it means if you don't have a pad or like a cover on your laptop, then it's absolutely grand. I'm going to give you a measurement. Now this is all it opens to, it doesn't open any further, so it's simply just kind of sliding that laptop in. 16 is your max. Cross about 11.5. You could even try and get 12. It's just about that cutoff point. This is a 14-inch. Fits in there grand. On their 40L Pro, the one that I have now, that's been a while now, about 2 years. It had like a little bit of organization, had the compression strap down on that. I do miss that kind of style, but I guess this is definitely keeping in line with the simplicity of this all. So you do have a handle here at the top. The handle on this backpack and their expandable one is absolutely stunning. A lot of cushion, a lot of room for my hands to get in there. Some brands just really compress those handles down and my chubby hands can't get through. So it's nice to note that it does have comfort and space. Then moving on to the back system, which is my favorite part about Tortuga. They have just nailed it in terms of comfort. I absolutely adore it. I adore that they have implemented load lifters here on the top. Their straps kind of curve. It is a bit like, but it works like for comfort wise. The padding is lovely. The airflow is great. Now that kind of padding here does run onto the back as well, like that. So on the expandable one, you do have a luggage slit to place your luggage through. Now what you can do is a few things here. So if you didn't want to detach these, you can take them off like that. Yeah, you can take them off. If you didn't want to lose them, then you could try and feed them through this little compartment here, like that. And then that means that they're there with you, but you might not want to implement them, but at least you have them near you. And also, what they've gone ahead and implemented is you can detach your straps and place them through the back. Now this is a more of a reliable system that I've seen with other brands, that this actually like closes. Sometimes it's just like a magnetic close or just left kind of opened. And that's handy if you are using it as a carry-on, putting it in the overhead locker or under the seat, then you've got that protection on your straps. So speaking of the straps, let me just get this bad boy back out. Clip her on in. Take this out because we'll be speaking about this in a second. The straps here, adjustable. I do prefer a wee thumb holder, or puller just to help, but at least that kind of runs smooth, and they've implemented the dangle stopper. You've got a lip hole here, identical on the other side as well, and another one here. A rotational sternum strap, which I love because you can just fit it a bit better. Clippable close, really durable with their clips. I don't find like, this kind of hardware is going to break. They are absolutely grand. Love it. Dangle stopper on that as well. Then onto your hip belt. Same kind of system in terms of that close. This is just like a chunkier one and a little bit of branding on that as well. You've got dangle stoppers on both sides. As mentioned, you can remove them, put them into the back or put them where you absolutely want to. And then close that up. On these, there is no pocket, which on their Pro that I have tested before, they did have pockets. I can't really remember if I was a fan of them. I definitely missed something that I could place here. Sometimes it's handy to like have your phone, but I guess they've just decided to go against that. These are really thick. We'll get more into that with the fit check. Okay, let's pack her on up. Okay, I'm gonna start with the main compartment. What's great about this backpack, because it is the light version, when you're packing it up, you're not really having to worry about the weight on your back. It still remains fairly light because you've packed it up instead of like the load of the bag taking up all the kg or pounds. That's a jacket, 1 jumper, 2 jumper, 3 jumper. So these are a size 5.5. Jeans. This is just to give you a little rough idea of the kind of stuff you can fit in. These jeans that I have are fairly thick, and I love the kind of flexibility that it holds as well. Can we get another jumper in there? These are thick as well. Let's just set that on top and see. Let's move on to this side. I'm going to see if I can get my headphones in there. It's going to be a struggle because I am compressing it down. Let's just see if it works. Headphones. I would love a book in there. Come on, book. Let's see. Spray, moisturizer, snacks. Let's go with a big charger in here. Sometimes it can be deceiving because you're like, oh, I've got loads of room, and then you go to compress it and it's like, no. Let's fit an umbrella, another book. Still got space. We're just gonna try and compress this down. Let's go for it. Oh yeah. Side pocket. It's a bit tight. I'm gonna place in my passport in there. Kind of forms, just be aware of what's in there. Top pocket, keys, phone and glasses, some AirPods, some lip balms, and close her on up. Then let's go to the back here for the laptop, and we're fitting in that 14-inch. Close that up. That is her all packed up. Okay, time for a wee fit check, comfortability, see how it feels on the female body. So I do like that it does kind of come around my waist nicely, and I have enough material to kind of really pull that in. I do have a tiny waist, so it's really nice that there is enough material so that I can actually feel the padding and the comfort on that. It does kind of hit my hip where the rougher parts are, but it's grand. It's nothing too serious. You can roll up your dangle here like so and place it into, I mean, actually don't roll it up. You can just slide it in to the side. I mean, how long? I'll be here half of the review, so I'll just do one so you can get an idea of that. Like that. And then you can do that on the other side. Let me just plop this out of the way so you can get the gist. Like that. Then we're going to implement our sternum strap. Lots of material here. You've got a dangle stopper as well. You can adjust this up and down. So this is so comfortable. So comfortable. It really is. I'm so happy with them when it comes to their mesh, their padding, around the aisle girls as well. This whole system is an A+ for me. So thank you, Tortuga, for getting it right. For a wee airline test, this is not going to fit the requirements for EasyJet. We got a wee box here for a personal item. As you will see, it's a bit of a struggle. But for a carry-on, it is fine. It's just these straps which you can stow away. That is grand. It's something that you're gonna have to be careful with because it does fit because of that flexibility, but I can see that it was starting to push out the box. There's like a screw, so it does mean that you can get it in because of the flexibility for EasyJet. Just measure up the requirements with your own airlines. It's great that it has that flexibility so you can kind of maneuver it in, although this does have like a structured kind of back, but it just means if you are bulking this out and you can kind of take items out and punch it in and get away with using it as a carry-on. But just being aware, it fits grand, but don't overdo it. For a wee water test, I mean, I definitely felt like the Pro was a lot more water weather resistant. This is fine for water. It's just over like heavy downfalls. If you're in like a monsoon, I would just run for shelter. Other than that, it's grand. Okay, time for some pros and cons. Pros is definitely the flexibility and how it's not overly flashy. It's really easy to clean. It's to the point. They haven't overdone it with organization. They haven't just made it really complicated and put pockets everywhere. It's just definitely my cup of tea. I really appreciate the bright interior, and I love the fact that they have this kind of pocket here, so whenever you do swing it around, you can grab what you need that's in there. They've also got that top pocket too. It's just great for simplicity. I do love that you can take off the straps and stow them away, saving them and helping for the longevity of it. They've implemented load lifters, they have lockable zip, and did I mention they have bright interior? Some cons to think about. I would have loved to have maybe seen a pocket on the hip belts. I also miss what they have on the expandable, which is the external compression straps. I would have loved to have seen maybe 1 or 2 on this. And I would have loved for the zips to be coated. Again, that's just a personal preference. And a thing to note is when it does get completely packed out and you are pushing this to the max, some of these pockets at the one on the front and the side do become a bit compromised because you're pushing that out main compartment forward. So you can only fit like smaller items in there, especially with this front one. And then sometimes it does mold to it. So that is the end of our review. We hope you enjoyed. And if you did, then why not consider joining the channel and hitting that subscribe button. If you do happen to have a wee gander on their website and you're thinking about purchasing this bag or any of their other bags, then we'd be forever grateful if you could use our links below. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.